You ready to rock, everybody? Cool. Well, good morning. Welcome to our practice. So today we're going to have a nice energizing flow, help wake us up, help kind of reset our bodies and get ready just for the day ahead of us. So we can all get to our mats. We're going to find a wide-legged child's pose. So wherever's comfortable, however wide you want your knees. Sometimes, you know, the edges of the mat, outside edges of the mat for a good distance there. But just letting your chest fall to the floor, reaching your hands forward. I'm going to sit up so y'all can still hear me, but just starting to relax into that wide leg child's pose. You can walk your fingertips just a little further forward, maybe feel a little bit more opening in your lower back, in your shoulders. If you like, you can close your eyes. Starting to notice your breath as you breathe in and out. Allowing your hips to sink just a little bit further, a little further down to the floor. Setting your intention for today, whatever that may be, just maybe picking one word that you'd like to focus on for our practice today. Maybe it's focus, maybe grounding, maybe calm. Just focusing on that one word as you sink a little bit deeper into your wide leg child's pose. It's the start of another beautiful day. That might mean thinking about everything ahead of you today or this weekend. But just let those thoughts float away and come back to your one word intention. You inhale, starting to walk your hands back in. Bring yourself up to seated. Scooch those knees on in together so that you're sitting back on your heels. Find hero pose. So sitting on your heels, your feet are relaxed onto the floor. Bring your shoulders up, back, and down. Nice tall hero pose. Not only does it have like the best name, it feels so nice. Just sit up nice and tall. Feel the opening across your chest, still connected to your breath. Finding length with every inhale from your hips all the way up to the top of your head. And exhale, feeling your chest open up as your shoulders sink back down. Inhale, take your right hand on the outside of your left legs. Sit up and start to twist open to the left side. Just a nice, easy, gentle twist. Bringing that left shoulder back and down, opening your chest up to the left side of the room. Using that leverage on your thigh, but not pressing too hard. You want to keep that spine nice and straight. Every inhale, lengthen up, and exhale, maybe find a little more twist. One more inhale. And exhale back to center. Other side. Left hand finds the outside of your right leg. Inhale and exhale to twist. Open to the right. You can allow your gaze to go over that back shoulder or just straight to the side, wherever feels right. Nice, gentle, easy seated twist. Inhale that length. And exhale back to center. We're going to turn to the side, placing the hands on the mat, finding that tabletop. So your hands are directly under your shoulders, pulling those shoulders back and down. Starting to feel the engage of your core as your shoulder blades come in towards the center of your spine. Your knees are directly below your hips. Good strong tabletop. And then with our breath, starting to find cat and cow. So inhaling, dropping the hips down, raising the head up. And exhale to rotate those hips to bring that back up to the ceiling. And then with your breath, slowly inhale to cow. And exhale to cat. Inhale, just flowing through cow and cat with your own breath. Starting to bring movement to our bodies that have been still all night. Looking up to the ceiling and opening the chest in cow. And feeling that beautiful stretch in your back in cat. And coming back to neutral, finding that neutral spine one more time. Nice flat tabletop, you can set your coffee on. We'll warm up the core just a little bit more. So raising that left arm up. If you like, you can raise the opposite leg as well. So your left arm is straight up. If you want your right leg straight back, but feeling that core stability right through the center. And still breathing. With every exhale, finding just a little bit more space. Bring your leg back down, your hand back down. Let's switch sides. So your right arm floats up. Want to stay right here, you can do that. Or you can let that left leg float up as well. Nice straight line. Keeping shoulders down. That core engagement. So all your muscles hug in towards your spine. And back to center. We're going to go back to the other side. Inhaling, left arm up, right leg out. Feel that length. See if you can stretch your arm a little further. Stretch your leg a little further. Feeling that unbroken line of energy from your fingers all the way down to the toes. Inhale and reach a little further. And exhale back to center, other side. Inhale, right arm up. Left leg back. That core is strong. Feeling that energy buzz all the way through that straight line. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale back to center. Back in our tabletop, maybe you want to find a little bit of movement here, side to side, moving around, whatever feels nice. And finding that stillness once again. Feeling strength in those hands, pressing all 10 fingers into the floor, tucking the toes and raising the hips up to downward facing dog. Maybe need to adjust a little bit, maybe not. But the first down dog of the day is usually a little bit more stiff. So walk it out. Bend your knees as much as you need to. Pressing through every single finger. Your ears between your biceps, shoulders are down, and pressing your chest towards your legs. Belly button hugs in towards the spine as your hips raise up to the ceiling. On your next inhale, start to take little bitty steps to walk your hands up towards your feet, or walk your feet up towards your hands, either way. Our forward fold, as much of a knee bend as you need. So bring those hips up to the ceiling. Your hands are on the floor, on the backs of your legs. Maybe grab at opposite elbows. Just pulling that chest down towards those knees, down towards those thighs. Belly button pulls up into the air. Relaxing the crown of the head down towards the floor. Maybe nod your head yes. Shake your head no. Back to nodding your head yes. Feeling the different stretches, the different ways that moves your upper back muscles, right? Releasing your hands and slowly starting to stand up one vertebra at a time. Just gradually coming up to standing mountain. Your head is the last thing to come up. Finding our strong mountain pose. Your hands meet at heart center. Rooting down through all four corners of your feet. Maybe your toes raise up to wave good morning. Your core is strong, the back is straight and tall. Shoulders are down. Just feeling connected and strong all the way from your toes to the top of your head. Inhale, the arms sweep up. And you can clasp your hands, leave pointers pointing straight up to the sky, and start to lean over to the right side. Getting a side bend. You can look up under that arm, or you can look straight, but your shoulders stay down, feeling the opening of that side body. Every inhale, you can reach a little higher, and exhale, maybe you fall a little lower. And inhale back up to center. Reach up a little higher as you inhale, and exhale to the other side. Already feeling more awake than that cup of coffee did, right? Inhale the length and exhale a little more stretch. Back up to center one more time. To the right. Exhale on over. Working on keeping those shoulders down. Lots of times we pull them up to our ears whether we realize it or not. Out of stress or tension, uncertainty, bring those shoulders up to the ears. Well, today, think about pulling those shoulders back down. Back down to find that position of strength and core engagement. Inhale back up to center. And exhale to the other side. As long as that core is strong and we're centered and engaged, we can handle anything. And be stronger because of it. Inhale back up to center. And release your hands, reach up. All 10 fingers reach up towards the sky. And exhale the arms back to your sides. Your hands make fists and find the small of your back. We're going to find a little baby back bend. So you can press those hips forward as you open the chest back, however far is comfortable. Opening up the chest. And inhale, come back up to mountain. Extended mountain all the way up. And exhale as you bend your knees, forward fold. Forward fold already feels a little more loose, right? Inhale, hands to your shins, flat back all the way up. Nice straight spine from hips to the crown of your head. And exhale, hands plant on the floor. Step back to plank. In your plank, the core is engaged. You're always welcome to bring those knees down to the floor or stay up on your toes. Your first plank, we're going to hang out here for just a minute. Pull that belly button in towards the lower back. Your shoulders are directly over your wrists. From here, we're going to slowly lower down, hugging your elbows to your sides. The staff pose, you can stop halfway or rest on the floor. And flipping those feet over, you can press up to baby cobra. Or if you're feeling like it, press all the way up to upward facing dog with only your feet and your hands on the floor. Another awesome chest opener. Just resting here, even though it's not very restful. But those shoulders are down, maybe feel a little movement here. And pressing back up to our downward facing dog. Raising the hips up to the ceiling. Paddling through those heels once again, if you like. Next inhale, look up between your hands, bringing that right leg in between your hands. Rotate the left heel and stand up, warrior one. So your front leg is bent, knee over ankle. Your knee is pressing out towards your middle two toes. Your left foot is at about a 45-degree angle. Your hips are facing the front of the mat. Maybe take your hand and tap that right hip back to keep your hips nice and square. Your arms can be up, or if it's more comfortable for your hands. Whoever's feeling the best this morning. Let's sink in just a little lower into your warrior one. Feeling the energy from your front foot spiraling up through your leg. Spiraling all the way up to your chest and your open arms. The power from your back foot bladed into the mat. Nice straight leg. Energy swirling up through your core. Inhale and straighten the front leg. If you like, you can bring your hands to your hips for a little bit more stability here. We're going to scoot your back foot in, maybe a foot or two, depending on how wide your warrior was. Still keeping your back foot at a 45-degree angle, but you want about 3 feet in between your legs, where your feet are, about 3.5 feet. So we're going to inhale and then exhale, fall forward into triangle pose. So again, tapping that right hip back to bring the left hip forward in your triangle pose. It's a great opener for those hamstrings and calves. But allowing your chest to fall down towards your knee, crown of your head towards the floor. If you'd like, you can open up your triangle, so planting that right hand and opening your left hand up. And if you had your open triangle, you can come back to center. From here, start to put more weight in your front foot. So the right foot is getting stronger and stronger as you gradually start to allow your left foot to raise up. We're going to find our warrior three. Maybe a little tippy, it's okay. But finding your warrior three. So balancing on that right leg, your left leg And float it up in the air as if you're standing on the back wall. If you fall, that's fine. Come back into it. You can also just keep your foot just above the mat and tap back down whatever you need to for balance. But feel that unbroken line of energy from your balancing foot up through your hips to the top of your head. Your hands are out at the sides, helping with balance there too, right? And start to bend the front leg, bending the right leg so much that your left leg lands back on the floor, back into warrior one. Adjusting as you need to, however feels right. But inhale the arms all the way up to the sky and exhale, open up to cactus arms. Your elbows come up to the sides, your chest opens up, maybe looking up to the ceiling just a little more. And inhaling arms back up, bringing the hands down to frame the front foot, stepping back into plank. And going through our vinyasa, lowering all the way down to the floor, flipping the feet, pressing to upward facing dog. And exhale, the downward facing dog. Once again, inhale, look up between your hands. This time bringing your left foot to be framed right in between those hands. Rotating the right heel to stand up into warrior one. Sitting nice and low, tapping that left hip back. Arms are up to the sky or to your sides, whatever's comfortable. Let's take a little lower into warrior one. Pressing through that back foot. Sinking just a little lower. I know you can. I see you. And inhale, straighten the front leg. Scooch that back leg in just a little bit. That 3 feet of distance between your feet. Hands on your hips or up overhead. And start to fall over your leg for triangle pose on this side. Again, you can plant that left hand and open up the triangle. Or you can keep both hands on the floor. Or just a forward fold there. Keeping those hips square to the front of your mat. And back to center. Starting to bend that front leg. Putting more of your weight in the left foot as you start to let your right foot float up into the air, finding warrior three. Balancing on the left foot. Glad I have my shelf here to help with my balance. You can also pick a spot on the floor. Just focusing on that one spot, that can help with balance. One side might be a little more wobbly than the other, and that's just fine. That's why we practice. So that every day we improve. Keeping the core strong. And continuing with your breath. As you're focused on your balance, come back to your intention for the day. Presence, calm. Focus on that instead of how wobbly you might be. And start to bend the front leg. Bend it so much that the back leg lands. Whew. Finding warrior one once again. Sink it a little lower. That knee is tracking out towards the middle 2-3 toes. Those hips are square. Inhale the arms up. And exhale the elbows down, out to the sides. Open up the chest. Take a few big, deep breaths, feeling your lungs open. Inhaling your arms back up overhead and cartwheeling the hands down, frame the foot. Rotating the back foot once again, finding our plank, going through our whole vinyasa. So lowering halfway down, pressing up to upward facing dog, and downward facing dog. Checking in with how your body's feeling now. Thinking about how different we feel now, even already from where we started. We're going to start to move just a little quicker, still moving with our breath. Inhaling, bringing the right foot in between the hands, rotate the back heel. Inhale all the way up, warrior one. Shoulders are down, hips are square. One more inhale, reach the arms up, and exhale, open up to warrior two. Your hips are now facing the side of the room. Maybe you might need to adjust just a little bit. I'll turn so I can see you guys. The shoulders are down. Sink a little lower into the front leg. Starting to reach the front arm. Reach that right arm all the way forward until you can't reach any farther, until your right arm has to come either to your knee or the floor. The left arm sweeps up overhead for our extended side angle. With your elbows on your knee, try to use your core just to hold you up, not dumping your weight into that elbow. Or if you want to find the floor, reaching all the way down, but pulling that shoulder down away from the ear. And inhale all the way up. Find sun warrior. So your left arm tucks back behind and opening up that side body. We're gonna do this a few more times. Inhale, reach to our extended side angle. And exhale here. And inhale as we open up our sun warrior. And exhale a little deeper in that front leg. Inhale, extended side angle. And exhale, reach. And inhale back to sun warrior. Two more breaths here. Take it a little lower in the front leg. Front leg's feeling so nice and warm. And back to center. Sink it just a little lower. I know you can. Hang in there. Swing the arms back up overhead as you rotate your hips back to warrior one. Go back to the same way you are. And exhale the hands down to the mat. Whew, that's a nice break, right? You can rotate the back foot, that left foot, now you're on your toes there. And bring both your hands to the inside of your right foot. We're gonna heel toe the right foot out. You can land that back knee if you like, but we're gonna find a really deep hip opener here. So you can stay right up here with your foot almost off the mat even. Or if you like, you can start to find a little bit more space in those hips and start to land the elbows on the floor or whatever's comfortable. If you have a block, this is a really great place to put the block to help bring the floor up to you. If you're up here on your hands, I bet you it's still a really great stretch, right? I bet you can still feel it. So bring your inhales all the way from the base of the hips, all the way up to the crown of the head. Still have beautiful spinal alignment no matter what pose we're in. And if you're on your elbows, start to walk back up to your hands. And tuck your back toe. Ground in the hands to the floor and press back to downward facing dog. Paddling those feet once again. Downward facing dog is considered a rest posture, a rest pose. And now it feels restful after all the warrior, huh? Our downward facing dog. Pulling the hips up to the ceiling, engaging the core, and keeping the core engaged. Start to roll forward to plank. Rolling those shoulders over the wrists. Going through our vinyasa. Pressing down. Down, upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. You guys ready for the other side? Woo. Yes. Inhale, look between those hands. Left foot comes right between the hands. Grounding the back foot and raising up, warrior one. Bringing that left hip back and sinking down low into that front leg. As you reach your arms up, inhale and exhale to open up for warrior two. So your hips are facing the front of the room now. Sinking low on the front foot. Shoulders are down. You can have your palms facing down or up, wherever feels right. Start to inhale and reach forward. Reaching so far forward that you have to fall to your knee. So the elbow lands on the knee or the floor. Top arm comes up overhead. Shoulders are down. Strong leg. Keep breathing. And inhale all the way up. Your left arm sweeps up overhead. Your right arm tucks back behind for a sun warrior. And inhale, reach forward for extended side angle. And exhale. Inhale to sweep your arm up and find sun warrior. Exhale. Sink a little lower in the front foot. Inhale all the way forward. Last time. And exhale to find that sun warrior. Sinking a little lower. Shoulders are down, chest is open. And back up to center. Sweeping your arms back up. Warrior one. Sinking lower in that front heel. And exhale your hands back down. Rotating the back foot. Hands come to the inside of that left foot, heel toe to the left foot, the outside of the mat. And land that back knee. And find that really intense, almost a runner stretch, but really intense inner thigh glute stretch here. If you like, you can come down to those elbows, up on your hands, up on your elbows. Either one is an amazing stretch. With every breath, finding just a little more space than what you had before. Keeping the shoulders down, that chest is still open, even though we're sort of falling towards the floor. You're on your elbows, start to walk back up to your hands. Those right toes, curl back under to find the floor one more time. And pressing back for a downward facing dog. This time, seeing how close you can get your heels to the floor. The bodies are much warmer now. A lot more space to move. From here, bring your knees down to the floor, coming back to that wide-legged child's pose. So once again, your knees are wide, your toes touching. Walk those fingertips forward. Feel that nice opening in your shoulders, upper back. Your hips sink down to your heels with every exhale. Coming back to our intention. Focusing back on one word with every inhale and exhale. Coming back into our bodies as we're finding stillness after that movement. Walking your hands back in. Swinging the legs around. Find a seated position. So a seated, wide leg. So you can maybe move those hips around just a little bit so you feel nice and grounded and sturdy on the floor. So your legs might be here for your wide-legged fold. Maybe they're out really wide, whatever feels right for you. But with the grounded hips, inhale, the chest open all the way up to the top of your head, and your hands plant right back behind your hips. And you can lean back on those hands. So chest opener, hip stretch at the same time. So as you inhale, find a little more space, then relax into your exhale. You can lean your head back, however much is comfortable. One more inhale. And exhale back to center. From here, nice and tall, we're going to turn the chest over the right leg so that there's a little twist in about the middle of your back. But as you inhale, find that height, and then exhale and gradually start to fall over your right leg. So a seated wide leg forward fold over one leg. So your toes can be pointed or straight. Let's see how close to that foot you can get. Maybe you can just grab one leg or one hand is almost to your foot. Maybe both hands are clasped around that foot. But with every inhale, find the length in your spine, and exhale, find more space. Inhale for length, exhale for space. Starting to feel the nice opening in your side body, in our forward fold, the hamstring. As you exhale, release any tension you might have in your jaw, in your shoulders. Acknowledging the sensation in the hamstring, your lower back, and breathing through it. Inhale and walk the hands back up to center. Bringing your chest over the left leg this time. So inhale the length and exhale to gently start to fold over that left leg. Noticing that this side might be a little more flexible, a little more stiff. Just acknowledging it and breathing through it. Hands on your legs, on your feet, clasped on the other side of your foot. Inhale the length. Exhale, find a little more space. With every breath, releasing any tension you might be holding anywhere. Acknowledging the stretch, acknowledging the sensation. We're not shying away from it. We're just breathing through it. Inhale to walk the hands back up to center. Sweeping the arms up overhead with the inhale. And exhaling over the right leg. So a side stretch on this side now. So your chest is open, your shoulders down, the left arm is up overhead. You can look up under the arm, or if you want to look towards your foot, if you're super duper bendy, maybe you're grabbing that foot. Otherwise, enjoying the beautiful side open stretch. Every inhale, open the chest, and every exhale, find a little more of that arc. I always think of a rainbow doing this pose. The beautiful rainbow, arcing, not stressing, not worrying about it. We can just breathe through it. And inhale, arms back up to center. And exhale, fall over to the other side. So over to your left side. Once again, opening the chest. Keeping the shoulders down. Finding as much space as you can. Maybe grabbing that foot, maybe not. Your feet aren't just sitting there, feeling the energy flowing through your toes, whether they're pointed or straight. Same with your fingertips, they're not just flopping there. Feel the energy. Inhale back up to center. One more time, other side. Exhale to the right. A little bit more space this time, right? Inhale to center. Exhale to the other side. Always coming back to that intention. As our to-do list starts to pop up, it'll come back, I promise. This is your time right now. So just come back to that intention, come back to your breath. Inhale, arms back up to center. And exhale, wide-legged forward fold. So your hands plant on the floor and find a little bit more space as you start to walk your fingertips forward. If you're super duper bendy, maybe your elbows are on the floor, maybe your chest is on the floor. Wherever you're at, it's a beautiful place to be. We're in these bodies that can move. We have this breath today. We have another sunrise today. Lengthening with the inhale, finding space with the exhale. You can have your hands planted on the floor, or if you like, you can grab each foot. Maybe that can help find a little bit more space in your forward fold. But we're not clenching. We're not just going to grit our teeth and get through it. We're going to relax into it. Just breathe through it. As you relax into maybe the discomfort or the whatever sensation you're feeling, maybe you'll find that you can accept it just a little more, and you can find a little more space. That's why we practice. That's why we practice yoga, so that we can practice breathing through the discomfort and finding that we can do it and we can make it through. Inhale, start to walk the hands back up to center. We're going to find frog pose. So bring your knees together. You can swing them to one side or the other. But the knees are going to come out wide. So it's going to be a really intense hip opener. So your knees come out wide. Your ankles and knees are in line. Your feet are flexed on the floor. And you can be on your elbows. Maybe you want to lean forward a little farther. To find, have your chest find the floor. But it's that deep hip opener. It might feel nice just to sort of wiggle the hips around just a little bit. Gradually shift, maybe inhale and exhale. In and out or side to side. But relaxing those hips. We often hold so much tension in those hips, which then manifests as low back pain, maybe knee pain. So showing some love to open those hips up can help release and break that chain of potential pain. Those feet stay flexed to help protect those knees. Maybe moving around in our frog. And if your chest was on the floor, starting to walk back up to your hands, bringing the toes together and gently moving the knees on in. I'm gonna come back to our hero pose once more. So your knees are together, sitting on those heels, sitting up nice and tall, coming back to the side, the nice easy twist, like how we started. So nice and tall, bringing the left hand to the outside of your right leg, and exhale to find the twist, open to the right side. Noticing how different the twist feels now than when we started. How much more space, how much more warmth we've created. Inhale the length, exhale the space. Inhale back to center. And exhale the shoulders down. Let's try the other side. Inhale. And exhale to find the twist. Opening up towards the left this time. Noticing every inhale and exhale. How the breath just keeps coming. No matter what we do, we still get to keep breathing. So no matter what situation we're in, we can come back to the breath. And know that that can help ground us, center us, and calm. One more inhale for length, and exhale back to center. Flipping the legs over to one side or the other. We're gonna roll all the way to our backs. So knees into chest, roll into your back. Maybe you want to find some energy and some play and continue to roll up and down. Or you can just stay on your back and roll side to side. Whenever you're ready to find that stillness, hugging the knees into the chest. Maybe you're making circles with your knees, maybe rolling side to side. And you're finding the stillness, bringing the knees into your chest, hugging them in close. Grabbing your hands to the outside of your feet, bringing the knees out to either side for a happy baby. So maybe your feet are facing the ceiling. Maybe they're a little wider. Maybe today you want your feet in a little closer. Honor what your body's asking you to do. If your hands are on the outside of your feet, you could pull your knees just a little bit closer to the floor. Maybe rocking side to side in your happy baby. Keeping the shoulders down away from the ears. Feeling your entire spine grounded to the mat. Bring the soles of your feet together and allow your feet to gently land on the mat. Soles of your feet are still together. Our extended butterfly. So your knees are falling out to the sides. Maybe you need to adjust your hips just a little bit to find the most comfortable position. Those hips. One more deep stretch here. Your extended butterfly. Reaching your arms up overhead. Finding opposite elbows. Shoulders are still down even though your arms are up overhead. Feel a beautiful opening in your chest, in your hips. Maybe your eyes are closing. Come back to your breath. Or soften your gaze on the ceiling. Making your breath maybe a little noisier now. In through your nose and out through your nose. It's okay if your breath sounds like ocean waves. It's a good thing. As you exhale, release the arms up overhead, release the legs, to find space, as much space as you can to stretch the toes out, all the way from your toes to your fingertips, finding that space as tall as you are, as tall as you can be. And exhale to release, allowing your legs to just relax. Your feet are splaying out to the sides, bringing your arms up to the sides, or up overhead for our final pose today, our Shavasana. Maybe you want to wiggle your hips to find what's most comfortable. Pulling those shoulder blades back down, moving the crown of your head just a little bit to find the length and the space in the back of your neck. Allowing your body to just melt into the floor. In our Shavasana, we get to just sink in, find that calm, the calm after all the energy that we just produced. Reconnecting with your breath. Noticing each inhale and exhale. You don't need to change it, just recognize it. As those thoughts pop up, allow them to just float away. And coming back to your mat. Allowing your feet and ankles to sink into the floor. Your calves sink into the floor. Your hips. Just relaxing into the floor a little more. Noticing your belly move with every inhale and exhale. Your shoulders sink a little more into the floor. Your shoulders are still down. Your arms are relaxed, just allowing the floor to support them. Feeling the mat cradle your head. Out of the stillness, we're going to bring movement back to our bodies. So wiggling your toes, wiggling your fingers, maybe rubbing your thumb on each fingertip, bringing some of the sensation back into your body. Starting to maybe roll your ankles, turn your head side to side, maintaining this sense of calm and stillness. As you start to bring movement back to your body, and bring your knees up to your chest, and roll to one side or the other, and just staying there in your fetal position. So your knees up to your chest, feeling the ground supporting you, your breath nourishing you. Maintaining that sense of stillness and calm. With your top hand pressing against the floor to push yourself up to a seated position. You can keep those eyes closed, or if you'd like a nice open, soft gaze. Just feeling the hips grounded to the floor, the height in your spine. Big deep breath in from your hips all the way up to the crown of your head. And exhale, shoulders down. Bringing your hands to heart center. Feeling your heartbeat. And gently opening your eyes. The light in me sees and honors the light in you. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. Hope you have an awesome rest of your day, all nice and awake.
Thank you. That was great.
Thank you, Kristen.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Is that Dan
What I
Sieben next to you?
needed.
Thank you.
Hey.
Thank you. Check in. Don't forget to check in.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
Jason's doing my job for us. Thanks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Check in. Check the emails too, because I sent out an email that makes it a lot easier to check in for all the memorial miles and Murph training and stuff.
Yep. Yesterday.
Yeah.
That workout last night was rough.
I do what I can.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have a great day,
This
everybody.
year.
Have a
See you
great
guys.
weekend, everybody.
Take it easy.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, guys.